Hello, this is Dickerson of the Dickerson Bluegrass Talk Show. I'm here at Sterling Bluegrass Jamboree with the host, band, Kenny Kirk. Good to see you, Kenny.
Good to see you, buddy. I know everything has to be politically correct. I don't like talking too much with a mask on like this, but hey, if that's what we need to do, that's what we'll do.
And Kenny, what is it like being the host band here at Sterling Bluegrass Jamboree?
Being the house band and the host and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. Like, we get to meet a lot of fine people. You get to make some close friends, and it's just, we enjoy it very much. It's just like one big happy family.
How did you get started with the Sterling Bluegrass Jamboree?
Well, about 6 years ago, I was talking to the local businessman here in Sterling. Gus Whiteside has Whiteside Motors. And up until that point, for about 15 years, we did a jam once a month, every first Friday of the month. And we were talking one day in his office, and he asked me how the jam was going. And I told him, I said, Gus, we need some music here in Mount Sterling. And Gus said, sure. I mean, you know, it sounds like a good idea. But Gus, he's a Mount Sterling native. And he said, you really think people will pay to come out there and listen to you all play music? I said, well, I hope to get some good bands, national bands maybe someday in there. So Gus helped me start everything, give me the money to help me start up all the sound equipment and everything. And for that, I'm really, very, very grateful to him and some of the local people here in town, businesses, the Sterling Pharmacy and Tony's Coney's and a couple other, the Dairy Queen. They all was good about helping out, and they pitched in a little money to help us get it started. We started over at the old school. I don't know if you've ever been over there and we started that or not, but there was an old elementary school. It used to be an old high school, and it had been abandoned for probably, 5 years or so. And it got to the point where it wasn't being used for anything at all, and the auditorium did have electric, but it did have a bathroom with running water. So I talked to a young man that owned that building, Jeff, and we thought, well, let's go ahead and have music in there. So we started with some local guys coming out. Then we got some local bands, started hearing about it, and started coming out and enjoying it. Heck, wasn't but about 6 months or so went by, and we were getting a few, well-known Ohio bands, Kentucky bands, West Virginia. And next thing you know, my cousin asked me to shoot. Hit me back up a little bit. We went to VFW because we sat in that old school over there, and it got to the point where it didn't have no heat. So come November, December, it started getting pretty cold in that old building. So the VFW here in town was nice enough to rent me out their Legion Hall. So we went over there, and then come springtime, my cousin Donna Ogle, her and Charlie are realtors here in Mount Sterling, and they just asked me if I was interested in maybe renting a building that they were looking to buy. So I told them we'd try it, see how it went, and things just started progressing. I can remember some people that helped me get it started with Brady and Randy Murphy and Randy, and we were all talking one day, and they kept saying, you know, if we keep this up, we may get big enough where we have the likes of the Boxcars and Larry Sparks, and maybe even Doyle Lawson. And,
you and Joe Mullins recently.
Yeah, had Joe Mullins recently. We've been blessed by it. We've had a lot of well-known bands in here. I have a lot of promoters ask me how in the world we get them to come to this little bit of town in Mount Sterling.
Yeah, I know. And let's talk about your band, the house band. Who's the members in the band?
The house band. There's Jim Duty. There is Randy Little, Brady Maynard, Ed Anderson. We got a new guy on Dobro, Mr. David Walker. And I'm leaving someone out, and I don't mean to. We got a bass player fills in a lot. He's actually I played music with him forever. Paul Davis, he's one of our sponsors too.
And what year did you start the Sterling Bluegrass Jamboree?
2014.
2014?
Yeah, in July. 2014 when we started.
And what's the website so everybody can know about Sterling Bluegrass Jamboree?
The website?
Yeah, and the Facebook page and all that.
The website's www.sterlingbluegrassjamboree.com. And our Facebook page is the Sterling Bluegrass Jamboree Facebook page.
And what type of guitar do you play?
Me, I have a Martin. It's a custom. I ordered it out of the custom shop. It's a basically a vintage D28, but it's got a 42 neck, and I had to do a few things to it that I personally liked about a lot of the different. I'm sorry, I keep losing this thing.
It's okay. It's no problem. Yeah. And then you have and you guys gonna be performing tonight at 6:30, right?
Yep. Yes, sir. We're going to go on stage at 6:30. We're blessed. We have a very good house band. Those guys, they do everything from help me cook the dinner to play the music. So.
Let's talk about your festival, the Sterling Bluegrass Festival.
Well, we did a festival for 2 years, like a traditional setting, and that one wasn't doing as well as we had hoped. So we were fortunate enough to get hooked up with the High State Fair, and what we're doing now is a 2-day festival at the High State Fair. So that works out good for them, and works out great for a lot of the local bands, regional bands that get to take part in that.
And Kenny, before I let you go, you got Chosen Road here tonight.
Yes, sir.
I know you can't say your favorite, but what do you think about Chosen Road?
I get myself in trouble a lot of times, and it's all right. I look at it like I'm just like everybody else. I'm liable to have bands that I really enjoy and more than I hate to say others, but I mean there's Sideline and Larry Sparks and especially Mr. Doyle Lawson. But I tell you, we've been blessed with a lot of good gospel bands here. But I really don't believe that you'll find a better gospel band than Chosen Road. They're one of my all-time favorites. Them boys, they really bring it when they come to the stage, and they not only can sing, they can play those instruments, and they do a fine job. Good performers.
And please be sure to check out Sterling Bluegrass Jamboree on Facebook. And what's the website again?
Website is www.sterlingbluegrassjamboree.com.
Please be sure to check them out on Sterling on Facebook and Sterling Bluegrass Jamboree at sterlingbluegrassjamboree.com.
Thank you, Evan.
And thank you so much, Kenny. And I'm Evan Dickerson, live at Sterling Bluegrass Jamboree. Well, good signatures, by the way.
Yeah, a lot of good signatures on the wall.
And then thank you so much. I'm Evan Dickerson from the Young Dickerson Talk Show. Take care, everyone. Have a nice day.